Hi guys, it's Jacob from Rhythmix, and I'm going to be going over two typical user experiences if you're a user on Rhythmix. The first one is a active user who already has made an account, has posts, and follows people, and the other experience is creating a fresh account, which we'll go through together. So first things first, I'm going to log in with my existing account, and I'll be shown the feed. So our feed here displays each user that I'm following's most recently listened to track. And I'm able to interact and comment, discuss, do whatever I want with my friend's music taste. So here's Nick's post, and he's been listening to Zach Bryan. I don't like Zach Bryan, so I'm going to make sure he knows that. I also heard that Rhythmix has recently made their own brand account, so I'm going to go ahead and look them up and follow them. We'll see in the search results that we have the picture as well as their account name and their username. Having pictures in here makes the app just feel a little bit more personal and help you kind of know who you're following. So we can check out Julia's account here. You can see I'm following her, and on her account I can view all of her posts, just her posts. So that's pretty nice. Through here as well, I can comment on anything I want, which you can see I already have. And I could unfollow, but I don't want to unfollow her. So I'm going to follow her again. I might also want to check out my notifications to see if anybody has been commenting on my posts, and we can do that with the notifications tab. So we see here that Nick has been commenting on my posts, Chris has been commenting on my posts, and I've been getting some likes as well. To check out the interactions here, I'm going to go to my profile and look for any post that has comments right now. So this has a comment here, and I can see that Nick does not like my music taste. But luckily for me, Chris does, and he has been a big supporter of my music taste, which makes me very grateful. I can also update my profile picture or any information on my page or for my account. So I will go ahead and change my picture to be this guy, and I can change my display name to just be, maybe we'll go for the full last name. So our image is going to get stored in an S3 bucket, and everything else will be updated accordingly. And from here, we'll go back to the feed, because I still want to see what my friends have been listening to recently. I see that Nick is really on a Zach Bryan grind, whereas Julia has been listening to MGMT, and Chris with some Boa. So I'm going to let Chris know that this is a great song. And that would be your typical experience on Rhythmix as an active user. We don't want this app to be a doom scrolling app or any app where you're going to be tied into it for too long. We want you to be able to check in on your friends, see what they're listening to, and if you like their music, you'll be able to listen to it too, because we have this nice little button here, which is going to open up Spotify for you and allow you to play the song. If you're on your phone, it would open up the Spotify app. If you're in a browser like me, you'll be redirected to the proper link. The next user flow that I want to go over is registering, so creating a brand new account. So to create an account, we're going to go to register, and then we have to connect to Spotify. So when we connect to Spotify, we're basically going to a Spotify authorized link. They're going to give us kind of a rundown of what information Rhythmix will be using of yours, and then eventually you'll move on to get to actually create your Rhythmix account. So I'm going to connect with Facebook. Since I've already opted in with Rhythmix, it's going to be a little bit more streamlined here. But if you don't have an account, it will show up small terms of service, terms of use that we are guaranteeing to keep all your data secure. So I have my new email here, and I'm going to need a new one. So I'll use a different one, and I need a new username as well. So why don't we do Jacob Demo. For a password, we need to adhere to password requirements. And your phone number, we can omit. I'd like to be private in my bio. Is there. So we submit. And we've now successfully created our own Rhythmix account. When you create a new account, you'll notice that you don't have anyone to follow. There's nothing in the feed. It would be annoying to have to try and look people up. I've done it before where you just type in every single letter in the search bar to hopefully find somebody, and that's no fun. So we added in a recommended accounts container here, and the way it works is our backend uses some AI to try and match up what we think you would like with similar accounts. And as I said, I'm using the same base Spotify account as many of my other Rhythmix accounts here. So it makes sense that my two other accounts are my first recommended. Then we see we have Chris and a couple more of my accounts. But we can go ahead here and we'll go to Chris. And I see here's his account, and I want to give him a follow because I want my feed to be populated. When we head back to home, nothing's happened yet. We'll just simply drag down. And now we can see all of Chris's posts are showing up for me here. If I get to the bottom of my feed and I realize that I still wish I was following more than just Chris, I can come down. It's going to hit the API once again to find me new recommendations. And in this case, I could choose to follow any of them. Lastly, once again, we can upload a profile picture. In this case, I'll go with this one here. And we'll save. And that's how you can get started with Rhythmix. You can start following your friends, view their music listening history, and let them know your brutally honest thoughts on their music taste.